for what I do, both before streaming and currently with streaming, I've hitchhiked since I was 19, and I was always just camping like almost every night. I've only had a few ticks on me, and I only had one when I was streaming. I got a tick on my butt when I was cowboy camping out in Italy. Cowboy camping is just when you're not in a tent, you just are under the stars because it was nice out. So I'm like, oh, I'll just chuck my sleeping pad down and sleeping bag out and look at the sky. It's nice, but bugs. Like, I'd probably rather cowboy camp like when I was in Inuvik in winter, and like you're in the Arctic Circle in the winter, so it's snowy, it's minus 30, but I have the right equipment. That's nicer because there's no bugs. There's no bugs when it's minus 30 plus. Mirror helps. I still have like the ability to like at least touch every part of my back if I really stretch myself, which is good because you usually can feel them. There are some like really small ticks that are harder to feel just at a glance. But yeah, sometimes I would feel a little bump on my back, like you don't know if it's just like a natural bump on your body or if it's a tick, so I'll like awkwardly turn the flash on my phone and be like, is it a tick? That's kind of awkward. Have a vaccine for ticks? No, I don't. Is that just for Lyme? Or what's the vaccine? Need some DEET spray? Oh, I am DEETed up. Actually, was gifted some just outside Charlottetown by a very generous viewer. That was awesome. I had a little bit left, but it was almost an empty bottle. Often rains early in the morning in the summer, nice surprise for cowboy campers. Yeah, and like when I first started hitchhiking, like pre-streaming, I had a double wall tent, so you have like the inner part, which is just like a mesh top, and then still a bathtub bottom, protect you from wetness on the ground. And then if you need the waterproofness, then you throw the fly over top, which is your water-resistant thing that goes over top of your mesh tent part. And on nice nights, sometimes I'd be like, okay, I'll just sleep with the mesh only, because then I can see the stars, and it's very airy and nice, especially in the summer. And I had a few nights where it's just like, you know, at like 4 a.m., rain cloud comes up. You check the forecast, and you're like, oh, it's going to be beautiful, 0% chance of showers. I don't trust it. I don't want to get woken up by rain in the middle of the night. It's not nice. It's a horrible way to wake up. You're like cozy, and then you just feel like drip, drip, drip on your face, and you're like, And you gotta like scramble, fly out of your tent, chuck the fly over, and things are already kind of wet. It's not a fun time. Like a big road trip in Western US. Oh, I just closed my thing. It's weird how some things are open and some are totally closed. Really inconsistent and confusing between states. How's things in Canada? It's similar. There's a lot of inconsistency. There was some guy very loudly in that Tim Hortons over there complaining about how inconsistent things were. How some places are, even like locally here, some places have gotten rid of all COVID restrictions, and then this Tim Hortons here is like still full hardcore mode. Spray permethrin on your clothes, let it dry. It's illegal in Canada, but I was saying the other day, I would like to treat my clothes with permethrin. I've heard it's really good for ticks, like people in like really heavy tick country, like they'll never have a problem if they have permethrin, because they just the ticks active crawling on the permethrin treated clothing they'll just fall off dead before they have an opportunity to bite into you. It doesn't work as well for mosquitoes, because mosquitoes are kind of in and out. They don't have enough time to just up and die, but ticks definitely do. But yeah, pretty sure it's banned in Canada. A pool of water in my tent once. Ended up sleeping in the car. Yeah. Well, like even with my fly on, if you don't set up the tent quite well, or your placement is like part of your tent is in a low kind of point in the ground where water can pool, like it kind of runs under your tent and then hangs out there. And like inevitably, because I don't sleep on nice cozy grass every night, like I'm just chucking it in some woods somewhere, and like I'll try to make sure there's no like major prickle things, but like it's getting tossed on some rough land. So the floor of my tent, like if the ground's damp, I'll be okay. But if it's like a pool, it's going to come in the tent because there is going to be some small tears and stuff like that. It's not going to be waterproof once I use my tent because I'm not gentle with my equipment. It gets well used. So I have definitely woken up with the like underneath my sleeping pad, just with like a standing pool of water, which is not fun. Permethrin is killing bugs, and we've already killed over 80% of biodiversity. Why is it illegal? Yes. Well, it kills bugs that are crawling on you. I don't like any bugs out there. If you're doing your own thing, just do your own thing. That's fine. Once you're like up in my business trying to eat me, no. You've crossed the line. Fuck around and find out. Deal with mosquitoes now. Lots of DEET, lots of bug spray, and long sleeve shirts, long sleeve pants. Pants. Don't mean to say long sleeve. Amanda, find one. Edge of those, they're from TwitchCon. They gave them out to everyone. See the Twitch. Ooh, there it is. Trying to focus. There you go. They were free with your TwitchCon ticket. They're kind of fun. They don't work well for cycling because they kind of reflect off the inside on the sides, and that's where I want to have my little rear view mirror thing that I hang on my helmet. Yeah, no capris. Well, if I had like, calf-high socks, I could wear capris and tuck my capris into my tall socks, but the mosquitoes would be able to bite through the socks. Sunglasses were the best part of the swag bag. Yeah, they were nice. They were reselling for pretty like a good amount on eBay. Like right after those came out. I don't know if they're still selling on eBay. Never guess from Twitch classy. Look, are they classy? They're quite large. Like just because like you see how like the whole thing is just like one sheet of purple plastic. It's a unique style. I don't mind them, but I'm probably gonna have to switch sunglasses for this trip at some point because I just very much prefer to have that little lens there so I can track what's coming up behind me, just so I know if I need to do any kind of evasiveness. So yeah, and I just can't right now. It's like two different reflections in the same part of my vision, and it just breaks my brain. Famous Ray-Ban glasses. Which ones? What are the famous ones? Wayfarers, Clubmasters, Aviators. Any other famous ones? How's riding been compared to last time? Like, as far as distance-wise, we have not been doing high mileage days. It's also been very hot and very humid. And I'm not in good cycling form as far as my cardiovascular strength, my butt strength, as in like being used to the saddle. With that said, I don't think I'm doing too bad for my booty. And like my body hasn't acclimated to the cycling yet, hunger-wise, appetite-wise. I need to get back to it. No, Sarah, don't buy Trev expensive glasses for him. Yeah, I should never have a nice pair of sunglasses because I will destroy them. I will 100% destroy them. Lose them, break them, scratch up the lenses beyond repair. They will not last long. I had, when I was in high school, my girlfriend at the time, she worked at an optometry place. And when she sold enough like glasses and sunglasses, like she'd have enough like credits from that place to get like a free pair of sunglasses that they carry, and they carried like Maui Jim sunglasses, which are pretty expensive. I think they're like $300 a pair or something like that. So she already had a couple pairs herself. So one time she just came back. She's like, I got a pair of sunglasses, and they're really nice sunglasses. They're nice. And then like right after that, I hitchhiked across Canada, and flew to Ireland, and or like, well, I guess it wasn't right after, but sometime later, hitchhiked across Canada, and that was the first time they were getting really used. I flew to Ireland, and then like a week into hitchhiking in Ireland, they got stolen in Sligo, and I'm like, never again am I gonna have expensive sunglasses because that's gonna happen. Kept my Maui dreams for 10 years. Yeah, if you can take care of things, like a good pair of sunglasses can be a sound investment if they're high quality and like will hold up over time. But you have to be able to keep track of them so you don't just lose them. Ideally not drop them all over the place because there's only so much they can take. And a lot of times the nicer ones are like glass lenses and they're a bit heavier actually, but just follow with a little bit more gumption. Yeah. I should not have nice things. Plans for dinner? I don't even know. Like, it's technically dinner time, and I'm sitting in a ditch drinking an ice cap. But like, my stomach is not being kind to me about intaking the type of food I want to be eating. I don't know what's going on. It's probably partly the heat. I just sell on eBay. Found one for $93. Look at that, $93 sunglasses. You ripe yet? I'll have to ask if I ever make it to Salt Spring Snipers. I have a barn that I've invited to stay. It's only an hour 10 ride or something like that away. It's just over 20 kilometers. Still planning to get there. Still 3 hours before the sun sets. Like, we got time. I'm just procrastinating in the shade. Like, if I give it a little more time, my body's I'm just like, okay, it's gonna cool down a few more degrees. That'll be nice. That's how I'm thinking. Yeah, because it's hot and humid. Your days remaining? It's kind of like however many days it takes for me to finish. It's usually not choreographed with a deadline. The only time I have a deadline is like for my hitchhiking to TwitchCon trips. Like, I have to be there for the start of TwitchCon, and that's the extent of my planning. It's just between now and TwitchCon, I can be anywhere. I just have to get to TwitchCon in time, which makes it more stressful for me, but it's kind of fun as long as you accomplish your goal. Hitchhiking's tough, is normally what I do, because some days you just seem to find the rides easy. Other times it's a lot slower, so it's hard to time it right. Like, you could leave so early that you're guaranteed to make it, but then it's just like, you get there super early, most likely, unless things are really bad. But yeah, if you don't leave yourself much time, like, it's very stressful. Like, I like hitchhiking without a deadline because I can stand there for 6 hours and I'm like, it's fine. Life goes on. I'll get there eventually. But when you're trying to get somewhere and no one's picking you up, you're kind of just like get anxious about the situation. You're like, why is no one picking me up? What the heck? And I don't like to be in that mentality while hitchhiking. How many miles have we rode so far? In the trip in total, I started on the west coast of Canada and now we're on the east coast. So it's been like just over 6,000. Since I've been back, like 100. So we really just started the part 2 because I wasn't allowed into certain provinces, so this is finishing that. Paleontologing? You just at yourself? Oh, Sarah's here. Yeah, Sarah's my girlfriend. Take your time. I appreciate the offer. An air-conditioned barn is just, oh, yes. Can we FaceTime Sarah? You'll meet Sarah when I get back to Victoria. We'll hang out, we'll show off our apartment. It'll look different since I streamed in Christmas when it was just the Trevor setup, which is very bare bones. It's been personalized a bit more. We have plants now. Sarah, is our basil still alive? It was looking pretty sad when I left, and now it's my fault, but like, have you nursed it back to health since I've been gone? Staying in a barn tonight? That's the plan. I just gotta ride another like 20 some odd kilometers. Gonna be house with the 6 month race up. Thank you very much for the 6 months. Happy to see you back at it. My wife and I have become avid cyclists and just finished a week-long Florida Keys vacation last ride. How's it down in the Florida Keys? That sounds really hot and humid. Which right now I'm just like, that doesn't sound appealing. I don't like this humidity thing. I'm from the West Coast. We don't have humidity. Just give me a couple days to get acclimated. I swear, I can adapt. I'm adaptable. It just takes a little bit of time. Basil's coming back, but the mint is sad still. Sad. Sad mint. We got a mojito mint plant. Make mojitos. We only made them one night. A doggo. At some point in my life, yeah, it's just like when I want to travel and Sarah wants to travel too. It's just like, dogs are like children. You can't leave them alone. Cats, you can go for a few days at least, and they'll just like do cat things. They'll just hang out, eat, entertain themselves. Like, unroll your toilet paper, all those cat things. Keys are really nice aside from the storm moving by, is there? What's hurricane season in like south and eastern US? Like, when does that start and end? Also tornado season. Because, okay, so like say I was going down like, down to California down there, like you go south and then, you could just then go east across America. Maybe not right after each other, because that'd be a lot of miles. Like, it's 4,000 kilometers, I think, to go from like the Canadian border to the Mexico border, like the US-Mexico border. I think, approximately. That's already a good trip. And then to go east across, which is probably like another 5,000 kilometers. That's a lot. Does Trevor shower more than once a week when he's at home? I'm going to ask my hygiene habits. June 1st to end of November. Okay. I swear I like adapt into civilization when I get back into civilization, okay? I don't live like this all the time, okay? It's only when when this is my life do I go into full dingy mode. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't even read Sarah's response. Ouch. You're digging the dagger. Oh no. Sarah, you're not supposed to tell people that. Got the candle going. You did get the candle. That's for the stench. Trevor's naturally clean for a month. Yeah, I'm a self-cleaning person, okay? My skin just cleans itself. Need that natural oil on my skin. Showering just ruins it. Sleeping in a tent in the house? No, I'm sleeping in a barn next to a house, which sounds lovely. Tornado season is March to June. Okay, we're past tornado season, but if I was going into like parts of the U.S. that have hurricanes, the West Coast, we're not worried about that, but if I went east or southeast, then we could. With that said, you generally have some warning, so if I needed to, like, I'm riding through, like, southern, like, the panhandle of Florida going east, and they're like, oh, there's a hurricane coming. Usually you have a few days notice, so I could, like, book it out of there, get a flight or something like that, and probably not get hit by a hurricane. Does anyone remember when I went to Hawaii, and then there was a hurricane? Hurricane Lane, I think it was. came like 3 days after I arrived. That's great. It was supposed to hit Hawaii like full on, but then it didn't. Well, it did. It hit the big island with the volcano, and apparently that mountain did a really good job of kind of like breaking up the hurricane and scattering it and turning it into a tropical depression. Wonder what my battery's like on this lav mic. Remember the Hawaii hurricane? Yeah, it ended up not being a hurricane where we were in Honolulu. There we go. Well, I finished a cross-Canada trip in Newfoundland when there was a hurricane. She wrote out, yeah. Like, have any of the hurricanes stayed at hurricane force strength by the time they get up to, like, Newfoundland? Because we definitely get the remnants of the hurricanes up on the eastern seaboard, Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. But usually they've turned into, oh god, oh, this is going to be, I have to sneeze. I don't want to attack you with my sneeze, though, but now it's going away because I was nervous. I was nervous to sneeze into the microphone. Is that an ice cap? It was. It was. Turned at Big Island, never hit land. But, like, in that case, didn't it hit Big Island? And then kind of like, blah, and then not hit the rest? But not fully? It just kind of like, I don't know what happened. I just remember people being like, it's going to hit Hawaii. And then it was just kind of rainy for a week. It wasn't even that windy. Volcano that blew away there? Oh, that was in New Zealand. What volcano was that? It was like 20 kilometers offshore, though. But, like, yeah, right as that happened, I, like, hitchhiked into the town directly across from that island, and, like, you could see the smoke plume from the volcano. Hurricane Dorian hit Halifax 2 years ago. It turned into a post-tropical storm 3 hours before landfall. Still Category 2 winds. Oh, okay. So we still get them. Thank you, Hermes. Hermes, or is it like you kind of like Herm, like the ES is like you Frenchify it, where you just kind of forget the ES at the end. Hermes. Hermes. Herm. Stays over water the further it gets, but like they get stronger in warmer waters, right? And once they go to the North Atlantic, like we got nice frigid water up here, and that downgrades them usually, like eventually, of course. But like, you know, if it's fast moving, maybe it just like trucks on through there, and it's just like forget about it. I'm full hurricane strength. I did hear, yeah, there were fatalities. Yeah, and people came into my stream and they were very concerned about my well-being, and like I could pretty much the whole time people were concerned about my well-being is like point the camera over to where the volcano is, and you could see like barely in the distance, and I'm like, I am safe. Don't worry about me. Whereas the bike is directly behind the camera, just staring at me. I should start moving pretty soon. What time is it? 5:45. Let me just check the battery level on this. What are you doing? Uh-oh. Shit, that's kind of low. Probably should have been charging while I was doing this. Okay, let me just get like 15 minutes of charging, then we'll go. I still got lots of time in the day. I'm just lazy. Well, I'm just uncomfortable. Ugh. Okay. Okay. I'll just plug in the transmitter because it's harder to charge while I'm riding. I can ride with the receiver is harder to charge while riding, but I can plug this in while I'm riding just fine. So we'll do this. But I don't need this cable then. Okay, but don't lose this, Trevor. Just go there. It's easy to lose like a short 1 foot long cable in the grass. Nice. Are there any more? The saddle won't fit your butt anymore. Maybe. Nice AC barn waiting for you. Yeah, I just gotta get there. And I know I'm procrastinating. I know. I don't have any like retort other than me saying I know I'm procrastinating. Yeah. Were you safe when you jumped in a van full of clowns that time? They're nice clowns. Like, yeah, Willy Vodka's a drunk clown, but not everyone is like, you know, a violent drunk, although he can be kind of violent, I think, but like he wasn't violent to me. Like, I think they made some idle threats here and there, just like casually, as you do, as a murderous looking clown, but generally, I think they meant well. How far is it to the barn? Just over 20 kilometers, so just over an hour riding, depending on how slow I am. So it could be 2 because I am slow and steady. That makes it sound positive rather than just saying I'm slow. Slow and steady wins the, it's not a race, but gets you to where you're trying to get to. It's not a very good saying, though. Stay on the good side? Yeah, as long as you stay on your good side, then it's fine. Yeah. Christ. Which one is it? Missed you a lot. I did miss streaming. It's good to be back. I need to be doing something to stream. Maybe going places. Doing some kind of adventure. This is what Hitch is all about. Yes, Hitch sounds like it's all about hitchhiking, and it always was until a pandemic. But the cycling stream kind of has a similar lifestyle to hitchhiking. Like me sitting here in a ditch eating Tim Hortons is a very hitchhiking Trevor thing to do. This is right in my wheelhouse. Like, this fits my criteria of adventure perfectly. Whose barn is it? A Salt Spring Sniper in chat. They're giving me a barn to sleep in. It's air conditioned apparently. Like, I don't even know if I've heard of an air conditioned barn before. Some premium stuff. Nova Scotia's Atlantic time zone. Yeah, we're Atlantic time zone. When we get to Newfoundland, it'll be an extra half hour ahead, which is weird. Why an extra half hour? I just stay Atlantic or go a full hour. Like, the half hour just makes things awkward. I miss the social aspect of hitchhiking? I do. I think it... So, like, people will come up to you when you're, like, on a fully loaded touring bike because they're, like, curious what your trip is. Where are you coming from? Have you come a long way, or are you just going down the road with a ton of bags on there? So people come to me and kind of talk a little bit, and we'll have some nice conversations. But hitchhiking, you're just, like, one-on-one in someone's car, and, like, I think it's a really great way to get a sense for the culture of the place you're traveling through. Whether I'm still here in Canada, like, the culture changes depending where you're at and stuff like that. Or you're somewhere else on the other side of the world. You get picked up by local people usually, and you get a real good sense for how people live their life there. And beyond that, people will invite me into their house, will feed me, like, all this stuff. It's tough to do that if you're traveling in your traditional ways of, like, you know, flying in and traveling around by, like, rental car or bus or train or whatever, and staying in hotels and stuff like that. It's hard to replicate that. Just sleep in this ditch over there today, and I was like, no, yeah, this is my ditch. It's my home for one night. Just one night. Me in this ditch. One clip where the woman asks you to drive, does that happen often? It's happened a few times. It happened twice in the United States. Once, I think that one you're talking about was from Utah to Las Vegas, Nevada. That was actually quite a long drive. I also had it in western Minnesota to North Dakota, I think to Fargo? Is that the place? And some guy pulled over, he's like, hey man, you got a license? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, my license is suspended. You want to drive? I'm like, okay. I can legally drive. I will be your driver. Little chauffeur, can you just hold my camera up? Like I'm pointing out the front window? That would be great. Before I started streaming hitchhiking, I had several people that they picked me up when we were going a really long distance in Canada. Only Canada is the only place I had that before. And we'd take turns driving. Like they drive for a few hours, I'd drive for a few hours, back and forth. Like my longest ride, 3,400 kilometers from Deep River, Ontario, near Ontario. And we drove together taking turns for a few days all the way to Lake Louise, Alberta. And like he just wanted to get there fast. I'm like, yeah, I'm just heading home, and it's like December now, so like it's cold out there, so I don't really feel the need to slow down. So let's go. You were there for that? Yeah. Who was there for the guy with the suspended license thing? That was good. That was good. Oh, it's the angry guy again. I recognized him by him swearing as he walked out of Tim Hortons. Did you go across Russia? Yeah, I hitchhiked across Russia in 2015. That was pre-streaming. I only started streaming in 2018, so this is years before. Yeah, I crossed from Latvia into Russia and hitchhiked all the way to Vladivostok over like 3 and a bit weeks, just over 3 weeks. Pretty much every day was hitchhiking. I took a day off in Moscow. Okay. Streamers made me rethink people in general. Thanks for your work.
That big old fucking major job coming up, old boy.
Hey. Yeah, in general, I think hitchhiking, you see the best of people.
Blue rock.
Because there's people going out of their way to help a stranger. So, generally, that's some nice people.
What am I going to do? Do I go buy a brand new engine, or do I rebuild that one? It's going to cost me about probably $2,000.
Nova Scotia's part of the trailer park boys. Yeah, that is Nova Scotia, isn't it? We're not in a trailer park right now, though. Right now. Just repeating myself for emphasis. It's hot. Okay, I'm just gonna recline again for a little bit. There's a few more minutes, guys. Don't mind me. My stream has definitely changed my mindset stopping for someone. I still think, like, bad things can happen when you pick up a random stranger and stuff like that. So I always recommend people that are thinking about pulling over for a hitchhiker in the same way that I ask them a few questions before I get in their car. I recommend you kind of do the same. Like, keep your door locked, roll down your window just part way, and just have a brief conversation back and forth and use your kind of gut feeling based off of that conversation, whether you want to pick them up or not. It's still your call. You can pull over and then be like, just kidding, I changed my mind, and then drive off. You can do that. Like, just because you pulled over doesn't mean you have to pick them up. Just a little advice. Hey, it's nice to see you back. We met last year at Thunder Bay in that 50s restaurant. Wait, 50s restaurant, Thunder Bay. I was in Thunder Bay. Was I staying with, if you were there? 50s restaurant. I don't remember the 50s restaurant. I'm sorry, my memory is failing me right now. I think it'll come to me. Crossing the bridge, or do you come from the south? Which bridge? I won't be crossing any bridge anytime soon. Did you mean from PEI? Or... I think there is a bridge if we were going towards heading north from here. But I'm going around a different way. To sleep in a barn tonight. You're in time for the photo shoot next post. Thank you, Relic. I appreciate it. Bad judge of character. Yeah, it's like if you feel like you have 0 sense for like the type of person they are, but like quickly when you meet them, maybe picking up hitchhikers isn't the best idea. Like you can still meet some great people. Statistically, it's so unlikely you pick up someone you don't want to pick up, but like I don't know. I just don't want to recommend people hitchhike or pick up hitchhikers either if they don't feel confident about their judgment about people, you know? Holy Hermes with the 3,000 bits. Here's some hitch thumbs and some hitch hearts and some dings for Hermes Tritrisket. Thank you so much for the 3,000 bits. I appreciate the support. Thank you. Only pick up the hot guys? Would you pick me up? It's okay if you wouldn't. I won't be too heartbroken, just slightly. But again, Hermes Trisket. Thank you very much for the support with those 3,000 bits. Tried hitching but no one picked me up. Did you actually try hitchhiking, Relic? Like, were you on stream and seeing if you can hitchhike? That would have been great. Like, if you did it long enough, I'm sure you'd get someone. And I'm really curious who that someone would be. If you were single, I'd pick you up. Thank you. It's Causeway to Cape Breton? Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's like a bridge, but different. I don't know. You probably smell I would not pick you up. Well, right now I probably smell, but when I'm hitchhiking, I generally try to stay clean and presentable. That's the goal. Holy. We got Hermes Tritrisket. I'm probably saying that so wrong. Anyway, with the 2,500 bits right after the 3,000 bits, the 5,500 bits in all of 2 minutes. Thank you so much for another 2,500 bits. Hermes Tritrisket. Can we just get all the different hitch emotes you can think of for Hermes? With the big biddies? I do appreciate it. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. Do you have any recommendations for shorts for biking? I'm just wearing icebreaker shorts. Like the inner part, this skin kind of tight part, is ice is a merino wool blend with it's a separate material that's kind of like wicking, and then this is just standard whatever synthetic material. I think the outside part, but I really like them. I don't need, like with the seat, once I'm comfortable with it, I don't need the padded shorts. Like they can be nice, and plenty of people tour with like padded cycling shorts or jerseys, but yeah, I don't feel the need to. That doesn't mean you wouldn't benefit from it. I just know it works for me, and I just wear pretty much simple shorts. It's a clear path to the shower for you. That might be one of the first things I do. Oh my god. And we got Lucky Luso with the 5,000 bits? Lucky Luso, thank you so much for the 5,000 bits. What's with all these bits? This is crazy. Thank you very much, Lucky Luso. Just keep oh my, and I was gifted. Look at Luso. I really do appreciate the support. It's good to see you. Yeah, all these people. And we got Mr. Chiskit now with the 5 gifted subs after the 5,500 bits. Holy moly. I'm just sitting here. I'm being lazy. Why? You support me with motivation when I'm cycling and I'm hating my life. Thank you for all the support, Mr. Chiskit. And Looky Luso with the bits. I appreciate it. Guys being very generous. Don't know about the sounds. Wouldn't be able to bike with these. Look at them. They clip into my pedals. They're cycling sandals, okay? And I think they're the best touring footwear in the world. In the summer, my feet are breathing. Like, they don't just get drenched in like a shoe all day when it's hot and stuff like that. But say it rains, my feet get wet. Is that a problem? No, because it's going to stop raining eventually, and then my feet will dry in like 2 minutes. It's wonderful. I switched to shoes in the night, though. We got Brooks with 100 bits. Thank you very much for the bits, Brooks. That's my brand of saddle for my bike, Brooks B17, which I'm very happy with. It's a nice saddle. Home Hardware just closed. I think it's pretty much time for me to start going. Once Home Hardware closes, it's time to get a move on. What? Relic? We have Relic in with the big $50 dono? Let me read that. Holy moly. My man. I gotta go back. Is Relic still in Houston? Relic, glad you're back. Dinner is on me. Eat good. I have dinner provided. I can give them the money, though. I'm being hosted if I can get there. I just need to actually get off my booty. My thicker than usual booty, because I've been going to the gym. Thank you very much. Okay. And actually get to the dinner. You hear that? Salt Swing Sniper? You just got dinner bought from Relic the Clown. Thanks so much for the $50. I really do appreciate it. If you don't know, like, when I was hitchhiking down into Houston, okay, let me tell you a story, a quick story. Oh, but there's a bunch of bits. Oh my, okay, I will get to the bits, but I have to tell a quick story about Relic. Okay, so I was hitchhiking down through Texas, going through Texas, and then I was going to head to Louisiana, and this guy picked me up, and he started drinking beers in the car, and like, okay, personally, if someone is sober and then they have like a beer in the car, they're not allowed to do that. But like most people can drink a beer and they're not like affected mentally and stuff like that. But he drank a beer and then he drank another beer, and then he was going for more beers, and then he started like doing baraka dancing, or that's the wrong word, but anyway, some kind of dancing, and he turned like center console and he's like dancing in the car and stuff like that. I'm like, I need to get out of this car. this guy's going a little crazy. This is too much. So I'm like, oh, I'm actually getting close to where my friend lives here, because he stopped to pee, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna get out here and my friend's gonna stop by and pick me up. So we did that, and I was supposed to, I don't know how it came to be, but Relic's just like, I'm gonna come pick you up. So Relic just came out, picked me up, got my place to stay for the night, like got me a hotel, and then they rode with me, like Relic and Willie Vodka and stuff like that. They picked me up in Houston the next day, and they took me to Louisiana. But like the hospitality there, like drove way out of his way, rescued me from a drunk driver, and then gave me a place to stay, and then drove me to the next state the next day. Anyway, that's my Relic story. That's the one time I met him, and I'm like, wow. But again, thank you for the donation, Relic there. We've got Brooks with the 100 bits, and then we got Lincoln Hawk with the 2,500 bits. The hitchhike bits. Thank you so much, Lincoln Hawk. Sorry, it took for me a while to address that, but I see it. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. So many bits, so many donations. I don't know what. I'm just laying in the grass. In my ditch. Under a tree. Oh, feeling kind of sick. And Hermes Trisket with another 1,000 bits. You guys are like battling bits. Thank you for all the support, Hermes. That's like 6,500 bits that you've just done. That's crazy. I appreciate it. And we've got Just Inconclusive with a sub as well. Welcome to the Twitch Bikers. What is going on? I'm just sitting in a ditch. You're the goat. Thanks, Relic. Good times. Good times, though. Relic said you were in a very bad part of town where the guy left you off at. Was I? Because it kind of just felt like it was a gas station on the side of the interstate. And it totally could have been. It just still felt like I was like not in the city proper, but no, it kind of was. And that's one thing about hitchhiking, right? Is like these people will pick me up and they're taking me into a city I've never been before. And a lot of people that are local there, they'll purposely put you somewhere where they feel like it's a good place to leave a random tourist, right? But some people will be like, this is where I'm going. And this is the end of the line here. And then you're out in a city and you don't know, and it's quite often nighttime by the time you get to your destination for the day in the next city. And you could be in the worst part of town and have no idea, because I don't live there. I don't know what is the place to be, what isn't the place to be. How am I supposed to know? That is something that, a situation that you can't end up in. A lot of the people, like, they want to kind of protect you. They're just like, don't go here. I'm like, all right, I will take your advice. But yeah, some people are just like, here you go, into the wild. And we got Hermes Certificate with more gifted subs. Another 5 gifted subs. That's 10 in a few minutes. Thank you for another 5 gifted subs, Hermes Certificate. I appreciate it. The way I'm saying it sounds fun, so I'm using it. It could be completely wrong, though. It probably is completely wrong. Perfectly good streamer that someone just abandoned in a ditch. Yeah, I've left here, and now I'm just stuck in my ditch. Oh my lord. And we got Lincoln Hawk with another 2,500 bits. What is it about this ditch, guys? Apparently I'm sleeping here. Lincoln Hawk, thank you so much for another 2,500, so the 5,000 bits in 10 minutes or whatever. I appreciate it, thank you. Ever find your way through Baltimore? I'd be honored to give you a ride. I went through Baltimore once. Yeah. And then I caught a ride from like Baltimore just outside at a little stop on the highway. And I got a ride from these guys all the way to New York City, Staten Island. And then I just like walked to the ferry to Manhattan, and it's like a free ferry, right? So just ripped in there. That was cool. That was a really lucky ride because it's illegal to hitchhike in Delaware and New Jersey, I think. And we went through both of those states. So I technically hitchhiked through Delaware and New Jersey without actually having to do the illegal part, which is standing there like trying to catch a ride. That was pretty premium. Best ditch stream ever. This is the new meta on Twitch. I know like hot tub streams were the meta. Ditch streams. Just wait till this ditch has like ditch water in it. The Twitch girls are going to be in their bikinis, in the ditch, having a grand old time. And we'll count the Ford F-150s that drive by. And Lincoln Hawk with the 10 gifted subs. The 5,000 bits, then the 10 gifted subs. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all the support, Lincoln Hawk, and everyone else is going crazy with the bits and the gifted subs and the donations and everything like that. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Lincoln Hawk. I do appreciate the support. And we got Reaper miniatures with the raid. Thank you for the raid. Never welcome to hitch. Usually I'm not sitting in a ditch, but sometimes I am. That's how we do things here. It's really hot, so I'm sitting under a tree, relaxing. It's humid here in Nova Scotia. I'm currently riding my bicycle across Canada. Well, the last bit of Canada, I went kind of all the way across last year, but I wasn't allowed to like finish the trip properly because COVID stuff. So now I can because I'm vaccinated. So now I'm actually finishing what I set out to do. We were in PEI, and now I'm riding through Nova Scotia, going up to Newfoundland and over to St. John's, and that's the most easterly point in Canada. We're finishing things here. But thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. How's everyone doing? We got Ziggy Shanine with the gifted sub to ditch. Are we doing that thing again where we gift subs to names that sound relevant to the current situation? That used to be a thing for a while. Some person that's just named Ditch is going to be so confused by getting gifted sub to Hitch. Although their name does rhyme with my channel. You've all seen your nipples, Trevor? Did you like them? It's the important question. And we got Shadooby. That's a fun name. With a 3-month resub. I need to emote and ding. Get that emote and ding. Thank you for the 3 months. If I was on the bike, I would ding for you as well. But now you have your ding emote at least. Thank you. And we got Rainstorm Travel with the 200 bits. Thank you for the bits. Around Oak Island. That's on the East Coast, isn't it? Where is Oak Island? In Nova Scotia? It's East Coast of... Is it south of Halifax? Like over... I don't know where it is. I'm just thinking of random places. You're neutral about your nipples? Didn't like or dislike them? Okay, I'll take it. I'll take neutral nipple appreciation. Take it. Nothing wrong with living in a ditch rent free. I feel like the police would eventually move me along from this ditch. They'll be like, "You don't own this ditch." I'll be like, "So?" Just let me chill in a ditch for a little bit, please. I'm sweaty and tired. Hermes certificate with another 5 gifted subs. That was so many gifted subs and bits and everything. What is this? It's just a fly. Trying to eat my soul. I don't know if that fly can bite. It's probably just attracted to my aura. My odor. My essence. Thank you for another 5 gifted bits, Hermes. I do really appreciate it. You're going crazy on them. What? Yeah, Drew 76, 82 with the 250 bits. My bad. Thank you for those bits. And then Hermes just give it another 1,500 bits. That's like 7,000 since you've started going crazy on things. Thank you for all the bits, all the gifted subs. It's very kind of you. I don't know why you're giving this ditch boy all these bits, but I appreciate it. Oh, de Treveux, yeah. Who really owns a ditch? Probably the town of Pictou. Probably. Sir, do you have a ditch permit? Do you have a permit to be in this ditch? I didn't know I needed one. I know these are strange times, but I didn't realize we needed a permit for the ditch. Oak Island is 50 kilometers west of Halifax. Isn't that land? Isn't west of Halifax going inland? Is it east? Shall we buy this ditch? Yeah, we'll see how much the city wants for the rights to purchase this ditch. They wouldn't sell it to me because it's part of like their infrastructure, I think. They have the road, they have the ditch. The road drains to the ditch, and the ditch drains, and then if I owned it, I'd be like, I want to build a house in this ditch. And they'd be like, no, we need to have the ditch clear so the water can drain. And I'd be like, yeah, but I just want to live here. Anyway, it just wouldn't go that well. Oak Island is 238 kilometers southwest of you? It's still west of me? No. I still have no idea where it is. I just assumed it was on the East Coast, but it's on the West Coast? Oh, dude did a wheelie. That's fun. Dodge the hot tub meta? Has the hot tub meta died down? Oh, this is dying. Okay. I thought the phone died, but it's down to 5% because the screen just went really dark. Okay, yeah, I think it's time to go then. That's still pretty low though. It didn't really charge much. I feel like when you plug these in, they just kind of maintain battery. They don't charge very fast. These the wireless mics. Albeit that was like all of like 20 minutes, so like was it that much? Not really. But we got Melody. I like your name. Thanks for the 500 bits. Appreciate those bits, Melody. I feel like weird. Stomach is upset. Maybe a medium ice cap and nothing, but it wasn't the best decision. But it's iced, you know, and I'm so hot, temperature-wise, and sweaty. Anyway, let's try and get up and do things, okay? It is almost 6:15. I gotta get to my barn. It's still 20-something kilometers, over an hour of riding away. 2.5 hours southwest, we're by car. Okay. Alright. To the AC barn. Let's see if I can physically do this. Jesus. My body's broken. My stomach feels stupid. Stupid stomach. I got Lincoln Hawk with another 200 bits. Okay, not 200. I needed an extra 0, 2,000 bits. Lincoln Hawk with all the bits. I appreciate it. Thank you. I just have a love to give to a great streamer. Well, I appreciate the love. We're all sharing the love right now. Mutual love. There's so much ice caps, horrible for your stomach. But I like caffeine. Gives me energy, but you're probably right. I'm just stubborn, and I just do things and stuff. Oops. What have I done? Just smashed you into my shade tree. You didn't deserve that. I tripped over a cable. I should be more observant. Okay, leg, just stop being the way you are and be a different way. Anyway, here's my crazy bike with my pole arm thing. Okay. Why is he so angry? Okay, let's drink a little water here. Oh, that came unplugged again. That's rude. Or is this battery dead? This battery might be dead. Or this came undone. Ah, there we go. Yeah. Tea would be better? Why is tea better? I'm not doubting you. I'm just curious at the reasoning. Open more. Sorry. Just idly sitting there, I'm just like sweating. Just chilling. Tea's dehydrated? Well, in general, they say caffeinated things are dehydrating, right? But I feel like there's enough moisture in there that offsets the dehydrating nature. I don't know. I'm not an expert on stuff. I'm not an expert on anything. I feel like with the amount of hitchhiking I've done, like maybe I'm an expert on hitchhiking. You think I've reached expert status? Any experts in chat? If you stream on Twitch, you will know that when you're streaming, there will be an expert on every single topic somewhere in your chat. It's guaranteed. Chocolate milk. Chocolate milk. Break me off a piece of that chocolate milk. Chocolatey taste is gonna make my day. Everywhere I go, I hear the people say, break me off a piece of that. Gotta have a piece of that. Wanna have a piece of that chocolate milk. It's gonna be like warm chocolate milk at this point. Which, you know, milk was a bad choice. Gotta channel my inner Anchorman. Okay, are you powered? Yes, you have power. You have power. Okay, we should be able to switch over to bike cam again. I will be throwing away my little thingamajigger. Where is that? Where did I... What did I do? No. Oh, it's right there. I'm silly. Alright. Ready? Oh, but it won't have the mic audio, but it won't have any audio. Oh, it's fine. We'll get Hello? Okay. Louder? Oh, sorry, yeah, okay, so the Sony action camera, there's something up with the mic input. I forgot about that, actually, so I would have warned you, but like, prepare your ears. Just turn your volume down a little bit. Okay, there's hardware I can get to do this, but there's nothing, I don't think, maybe there's software I could turn down the gain, but yeah, it's kind of loud. I apologize. Forgive me. Yeah, the home hardware people are working hard. They closed and now they're leaf blowing the parking lot. Close that. Close that. Grab this. Turn that off. Home hard ones? No, it's home hardware, okay? Don't adultify it, okay? It's just a little family hardware store, okay? You can't rule 34 home hardware, okay? Not allowed. I will not allow it. 'What's that noise? It's a leaf blower in the hardware store across the parking or across the street here. Ooh. Is that all strapped? That's all strapped. That's all strapped. No dangly wires. No dingle danglers. Okay. Now let's put you away and then we'll go. Sun will be in the driver's eyes while you're out to on. Yeah, I hate that time of the day. Yeah, but it's cooler. I have mixed feelings. It's gonna be getting cooler, but yeah, you're right. Well, if the direction is correct, which you live there, so you would know. That can be very awkward. Oh, I just threw ice cap over my seat and my antenna that doesn't work. And it's very sugary. Okay, stop moving. Just wipe you up with my hand. Because it's all I got. It's all I got. I'm sorry. Well, antenna, I don't really care about you. Honestly, you don't work, so you can have ice cap on you. Okay, I'll just give it a wipe later. I just needed a garbage, and like the bike kind of went through a little ditch thing, and it shook me. And Yeah. Seat's broken in now. Yeah. Blood, broken with blood, sweat, and ice caps. This is a little bit much here, guys. We need, because they don't have inside garbages, they don't have outside garbages. I feel bad, but you have a limited amount of garbages. I just walk into the shade for a second. I need to look at my map and just visually see what I'm up to. Oh, that's a no exit. We can't even go out that way. Okay, I just... Here we go. Shade. Okay, third roundabout, we're doing third exit onto, I don't know what road number this is, 376, and we do go across a little bridge. Third exit, 376. And we're pretty much just follow that for a very long time. 376 for, well, we're not going like that far, but. Okay, and when I get there, I'll probably call it, no, like I won't call the stream, but I'll go into privacy mode until we don't show the location. All right, wait, but to get out of here, we go out there, down there, around that roundabout to the left, and then through the other roundabout. Lots of roundabouts, okay. Roundabouts are awkwards on the bike. Awkwards on the bike? Awkward travel. Anyway, they're kind of awkward on the bike because cars don't trust me, which, whatever, fair enough. They think I'm just going to zip in front of them, but I'm trying to yield because, you know, you're in the roundabout, so you have the right of way, and they'll just stop in the middle of the roundabout. I know they're just trying to not hit me, so they're trying to be nice, but I'm a vehicle. Just let me be a vehicle and follow the rules of the road, and I have to yield to someone who's already in the roundabout. But they're like, no, I'm going to stop for you. And I'm like, no, that's not what I want. It makes things awkward. And like, then people behind them are going to get confused because they don't expect someone to stop in the middle of the roundabout because, again, you have the right of way. So you shouldn't be stopping. It's just dangerous. It's not even Canadian anymore. Yeah, it's been bought and sold several times. It feels a lot cooler right now that we're out here. Third exit here, 376 to Lions Brook, or that direction at least. Really digging this third-person view? Yeah, generally people seem to quite enjoy it, myself included. Also, I'm just happy because people are happy. It's first exit, second exit.